Hello. So, this is kind of like a continuation to one of my previous videos of the girl who told my mom I was pregnant. This is also about that same girl. I forgot her name. Or at least what I called her in that video, so I'm gonna call her Hannah now. Her new name is Hannah. And so, a while ago, you know what, we'll start with the backstory. Hannah started at my old school in grade 4. I didn't know her that well in grade 4, but you know, it's a new school, so I want to be nice to her, welcome her, make her feel welcomed, you know, all of that, like, be a nice person towards her. And she was, like, a really nice human being, so I was like, hey, you know what, we should be friends, right? Right, so I thought I was being really nice, like, trying to be her friend and all. And then, like, grade 5 rolled around, we were still really good friends. But I also had this other friend. Her name was Melissa. Melissa and I were friends since grade 3 almost. Grade 3, grade 4, around there. But in grade 5, we were in different classes, so we kind of drifted apart. Only for that year. And then me and Hannah became really good friends because we were in the same class. And then in grade 6, Hannah, Melissa, and I were all in the same class. I thought it would be fine, like, you know, I could be friends with both of them. And Hannah wanted to be friends with Melissa. Or at least that's what she told me. Me and Melissa didn't really talk that much because we weren't in the same class. And I'm not going to be like, oh, the you change thing, but she went through a growth period almost. So it was kind of weird to see her. Because I just remember her as like the little grade 3, 4 child. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. We can all be friends, like, whatever. So me and Melissa were getting really close, and Hannah didn't really like that. So Hannah would go to Melissa and tell Melissa that I said something about her that was not true, that I did not say. So, like, she would go up to Melissa and be like, hey, Melissa, Story said that the shirt you're wearing makes you look fat today. And so Melissa would be mad at me. And so I'd go and try to talk to Melissa later, and she'd be mad at me and I wouldn't know why. So then I would go to Hannah and say, hey, Hannah, do you know why Melissa is upset with me? Because I didn't do anything, or at least I don't think so. And then Hannah would tell me, oh no, I have no idea what's wrong with her, but she told me that you punched her today. And I wouldn't know what she was talking about because I didn't do that. And so I'd be like, wait, I never did that. What are you talking about? Is Melissa lying or is Hannah lying? Because I have no idea. But I believed Hannah because Hannah told me first. So I went to Melissa and I'm like, hey, Melissa, you said that I punched you today, but I didn't. I haven't seen you all day today. And Melissa would still be upset with me, but once I said that, she would say, oh, well, Hannah told me that you said that I looked fat today. And I would start apologizing even though I did nothing wrong to my knowledge because I never said that. So now in my head I was thinking, hey, who's actually telling the truth? Because I know I didn't say it. And Melissa could be lying and saying that she didn't actually say that when she could have, but Hannah could be lying and saying that Melissa had said that but she didn't. If that makes any sense to you, it's really confusing. I tried explaining this to so many of my friends and they're all like, wait, what? Can you explain that again? So, just to reiterate, Hannah tells Melissa that I said something mean about her that I'd never said. But Hannah would also tell me that Melissa said something bad about me that she never said. Guess what? Hannah was lying the whole time. So this went on for about 3 or 4 months, and me and Melissa were starting to get more and more upset with each other because we were thinking that the other person was saying it. So like, I thought that Melissa was saying mean things about me. And Melissa thought that Melissa thought that I was saying mean things about her. So me and Hannah grew closer and closer while me and Melissa grew further and further apart. So one day we went to our guidance counselor just to talk this all out, and then the truth came out, kind of. Not really. So we were sitting in the guidance counselor's office, and I had Hannah beside me. No, I was sitting here, the guidance counselor was right across from me, and I was in between Melissa and Hannah. And I barely spoke the whole time because I wanted to know what actually happened because I was so confused at this point that I had no idea what was going on. And so it was basically Melissa and Hannah arguing the whole time. Like, Hannah would say, oh, well, you called Story this name. And then Melissa would say, no, I never called her that. What are you talking about? And I would be like, wait, you actually didn't call me that? And then me and Melissa would start talking like, no, I never said this to you. You never said this to me? Huh. Hannah. Because she was the one thing that this had in common, where we would hear something that the other person said about us, but it was from Hannah. So this went on for way too long. And so grade 7 rolls around. Me and Melissa aren't in the same class. I'm assuming it's because of this incident. But Hannah and I are in the same class. And I start to notice that whenever I'm with someone else, Hannah gets really upset with me. Like, I would be with my other friend, Penelope. Now, me and Penelope would go out and get lunch because she would forget her lunch a lot. So I would tell Hannah, hey, I'm going to go out and buy lunch with Penelope. Because at my school, we were allowed to leave school grounds just to go out during lunch. And so Penelope and I would go out. We'd spend the whole lunch together because her and I were friends. Me and Penelope were friends. We were great friends. We've been friends since kindergarten. And then I'd get back and and Hannah would be mad at me, saying how, oh, I never spend time with her. I'm not a good friend. I bully her all the time. And I would be really confused because she wouldn't be telling me this. She would be telling other people this. And then the other people would come up to me and ask me about this. So I'm like, no, I was just out with Penelope and Hannah seemed fine. I don't know what you're talking about. So that also went on for a long time. And then grade 8 comes around. And me, Hannah, and Melissa are all in the same class again. So I want to be friends with Melissa again because her and I were good friends. We're basically like the same person. So I go up to Melissa, I'm like, hey, what's up? How was your summer? Like, I'm being friendly. And she's like, oh, it was good. Why are you talking to me? Hannah told me that you don't like me anymore. And I was like, no, I really want to be your friend. I miss talking to you. And so Melissa started telling me all the things that Hannah said that I was saying about her. And I was like, oh, I promise you I've never said any of those things. And if I did, I would at least say it to your face, and it would be in a joking way. Because I'm not a mean person like that. And if I am, it's because you did something that I found upsetting. And I wouldn't say it to my friend unless it was like a joke of some sort. You know? Like, And so this went on, and me and Melissa were getting closer, and I started growing away from Hannah because Hannah was getting, I don't want to say clingy, but clingy. Like, whenever I'd talk to someone else, she'd be really mad at me. She'd start getting upset with me, like other things like that. But I still wanted to be friends with her. So then, after grade 8, I lost touch with Melissa because she moved to, where was it? She moved to Florida, I think. And so I started talking to Hannah again to see what she was up to, how her new school was. And so I invited her over to my house. And now I had to go to a dinner thing, and there was like a specific uniform that you had to wear, like a shirt that you had to wear to show your support, and Hannah didn't have one. So my mom lent her one of her shirts. Like, my mom lent Hannah one of my mom's shirts. Yeah, that makes sense. And so we drop Hannah off, or Hannah gets picked up, something, I don't remember, and she forgets that she's wearing my mom's shirt. I've done that before. You've probably done that before. Like, it's a normal thing to do. You forget you're wearing the shirt. Whatever. So she texts me and says, "Oh, I forgot that I was wearing your mom's shirt." This is in grade 9, by the way. Don't get confused. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I ask her, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to come and pick up the shirt? Do you want to come and drop it off? Or what do you want me to do?" And she was saying, "Oh, you know what? I'll go and drop it off next time I'm in the city." And so I was like, "Okay, just let me know when. And just leave it in the mailbox or something. I don't know. Text me and let me know where you leave it." So I wait for about 6 months to get this shirt back. At this point, I know I'm not getting the shirt back, but I want my shirt back. And it wasn't surprising to me that she didn't give me my shirt back, because she did the same thing with Melissa in grade 6, where she borrowed Melissa's shirt. No, Melissa let Hannah borrow her shirt, but Hannah never gave Melissa the shirt back. But Hannah would wear it to school every single day in front of Melissa. But if Melissa ever asked for the shirt back, she would say, "Oh yeah, my sister took it and my dad bought me this one." Like, just give her the shirt back. What's the big deal? So I went to her school twice. No, I went to her school once, and that was because I took drama for grade 9. And in drama, we were going to other schools to do, like, drama classes, if that makes any sense. And so one of the classes was at her school, so I texted her. I said, "Hey, I'm at your school. Do you think maybe you could give me my shirt back now?" And she was like, she'd never answered me until the end of the day. She said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, I couldn't find you. I tried looking for you." But she never asked where I was. So how did she look for me? So about a week ago, I started texting Hannah. I said, "Hey," if I look down, it's because I'm looking to see what I said. "Hey, it's been a while." Hannah responded with, "What do you want?" If I'm on this side, I'm me. This side, Hannah. "I just wanted to know how you're doing." "I'm fine." "Okay. So anything else?" Yeah, I was wondering if you could drop my shirt off at my mom's house sometime. And from your text, you sound like you hate me. Why is that? 1, I don't have any of your shirts. 2, you're right, I do hate you. 3, bye. You have my mom's shirt. Why do you hate me? I didn't do anything. And are you saying you don't have my mom's shirt like how you said you didn't have Melissa's shirt and still do? No, I mean I don't have your ugly ass shirt. Now please leave me the bleep alone. Oh, Jesus, you do have my shirt, I know that. You've had it for about 6 months now, and I've been trying to get it back. Why do you hate me so much? I didn't do anything to you. Ugh, I sent it to you 6 months ago. So don't get poised at me. I'm pretty sure she meant to write pissed, but so don't get pissed at me because I don't have it. I'm deleting you now. Bye. What address? My new one? Because I moved and I didn't know if she sent it to my old one. Yes, now bye. Sure you sent it. Still don't know why you hate me. I never did anything to you. Then clearly you're not as smart as you pretend to be. Bye. Tell me what I did, so I know you have a good reason to hate me. My reason is you're a horrible person. That's not really a good reason because I was always nice to you, even when you'd get mad at me for hanging out with other people that weren't you. And if I was such a horrible person, then why did you stay my friend after 3 years? No, wait, it was 5. And she never answered. That's what I thought. Nothing, because I was never horrible to you. You want to know why? Here's why. You spread so much bullshit about me that I couldn't leave because nobody liked me. I had no chance at that school. Plus, don't you remember calling me fat and ugly? Goodbye. I never called you that. Nobody liked you at my old school because you were always rude to them. But people did like you. And I list a bunch of people, at least 10 names of people she was friends with for a solid 4 years. That's because you didn't get the chance to corrupt them. Me and 3 other people that you were friends with were friends for like 4 years. So what do you mean by that? I never really knew this one girl that well. Penelope and I were friends for about 3 years, but we grew apart. So what you're saying doesn't make sense. I'm sorry that you felt that way, but I know that I was always nice to you, even when you weren't nice to me. I was always there, especially even when your ex-stepmother left, your dad, because I knew you were having a hard time. And that's the end. So that's the end of the great story. The great Gatsby story. Well, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them if I remember to. Also, I was wearing a shirt in the last video. Someone asked me if I was, but it was just because of where the camera stopped. And I was wearing an off-the-shoulder shirt that looked like I wasn't. But I was, I promise. Okay? Okay. Goodbye.